The more intensely you chase a specific result, the further away it moves. You see this when a relationship is held so tightly it suffocates, or when a job interview feels like a life or death struggle. Standard advice suggests the solution is to care more, to hustle, to visualize the win until it becomes an obsession. This mechanical pressure creates the very resistance it's trying to overcome. The effort to force a result is the exact mechanism that pushes it out of reach. Vadim Zeland, a reclusive former quantum physicist, detailed this phenomenon in his framework, Reality Transurfing. Zeland identifies the culprit as excess potential. This describes the artificial weight a person attaches to an outcome, an inflation of importance that exists only in the mind, yet warps the objective reality of the task. When the internal stakes for a goal are raised too high, the mind shifts from executing the work to managing the fear of losing the result. This intense psychological weight degrades the clarity and the quality of the energy you bring to the attempt. Excess potential acts as a local disturbance in a stable system. When an object is given undue importance, it acts like a massive weight on delicate fabric. This tension occurs when self-worth is staked on one path, creating a polarization the environment cannot sustain. It functions like the PSI inside a sealed container. The more importance you pump into the goal, the higher the pressure builds against the walls of the system. Because nature abhors a vacuum and a distortion, these artificially high pressure zones attract an immediate, forceful, and structural correction. Zeland calls this correction balancing forces. This is the systemic response to the tension created by your mental obsession. Physical laws like thermodynamics and fluid dynamics show us that systems move to equalize concentrations of energy. Nature seeks equilibrium above all else. When you force progress through sheer emotional pressure, these forces push back with equal intensity. They dismantle your work to restore the balance you've disrupted. These failures represent a cold thermodynamic correction. The environment is neutralizing the suffocating pressure you introduced into the field. Generating this potential happens through 4 specific psychological patterns. Idealization occurs when desire mutates into desperation. This produces the neediness that repels the very connection or opportunity you seek. Self-importance places the ego above the work. When being right or being seen matters more than the outcome, the system restores balance through humiliation. Contempt is the mirror of idealization. Intense judgment or obsessive hatred feeds the same energetic distortion as desperate desire, keeping you bound to the thing you despise. Guilt and self-criticism weaponize your own flaws. By holding a permanent internal verdict of failure, you generate a massive, localized distortion from the inside out. Each of these states invites the balancing forces to knock you down. In this entire framework, it is clear that you are the primary architect of the very resistance you face. While Zeland's energy fields remain in the realm of theory, his diagnosis aligns with established psychological literature. Behavioral economics describes this exact state as the scarcity mindset. The intense fear of not having enough triggers a cognitive narrowing called tunneling. The consequences of this tunneling are measurable in a lab. It reduces cognitive bandwidth, impairs executive function, and collapses negotiating leverage. Desperate attachment to a result degrades the very brainpower needed to achieve it. Whether viewed through physics or psychology, the conclusion is the same. The grip destroys the goal. The solution requires a sophisticated emotional skill, maintaining genuine ambition while releasing the claim on the outcome. There is a functional difference between moving toward a target and straining to grip it. One motion flows, the other creates friction. Examine your current, unachieved goals. Consider how much of your identity you have rigidly staked on the moment of their completion. You may find that the tightest part of your grip is the only thing standing in your way.